Hi, I'm Robert Osborne. Up next in our Story of Film Festival, we have another international action film that became a blockbuster. This one is Enter the Dragon, released by Warner Brothers in 1973, starring Bruce Lee at what was the peak of his career, a career cut very short just weeks after he completed work on this film. Lee died of a brain edema at the age of 32. That death triggered, as it turned out, by a reaction to a prescription painkiller. And in case you're not familiar with Bruce Lee, he's a guy that was born in San Francisco, but raised in Hong Kong, where he learned and mastered the Kung Fu style of martial arts. He returned to the States for college, and while stateside, he began teaching his own martial arts style. His students soon including Steve McQueen and James Coburn. Well, it wasn't long after that that producer William Dozier in Hollywood heard about him, met him, and cast him as Kato in the 60s TV series The Green Hornet. That show turned out to only be a moderate success here in the States, but in Hong Kong, it made Bruce Lee a superstar. So when the series ended and Hollywood didn't offer him any more work, Bruce Lee went to Hong Kong to make some martial arts films there for a company called Golden Harvest. Well, the success in Hong Kong of those films caused Hollywood to then take notice, much as Hollywood had taken notice of Clint Eastwood, not when he was in Hollywood, but after his success overseas in those Sergio Leone westerns. In Bruce Lee's case, it was Warner Brothers who jumped on the bandwagon, partnering with Golden Harvest to make this next movie, which is the first ever Hollywood-Hong Kong co-production. And it was in its post-production phase when Bruce Lee died suddenly on July 20th, 1973. The film was released 1 month after his death and turned him into a superstar, and then triggered the release in the US of those earlier films he'd made overseas. So Bruce Lee never did know that he was about to become not only world famous, but an icon. Here he is, joined by John Saxon in 1973 in Enter the Dragon.